Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another installment of my Building Newcrest series. I think this is the 10th episode if I'm doing my math correctly. And today we are building a bar in Newcrest. I decided to go with a bar just because, I don't know, every town has at least a bar and maybe a gas station. And if there's not a gas station, there is a bar. So I felt like it was essential to add to Newcrest. This is more of a dive bar, kind of like a local kind of thing. It's not one of those like dancing nightclub type of establishments. Like, I'm sure people could be dancing here, they could, but that's not really what it's built for. It's more of like a small town kind of vibe. Like, you would definitely go here and see half of your graduating class. That's more the vibe of this. I don't know, I feel like that kind of fits the town I've been building so far in Newcrest, just kind of like normal people are like small town, not necessarily like super clubby or anything. So that's what we're doing here today. I personally really like these type of like establishments when I do go out and drink in public, which is a rare occasion. I'm more of a stay-at-home type girl when it comes to partaking in adult beverages, just because I don't really like, having to rely on transportation to get back, and I get super anxious in public. So, not necessarily my cup of tea, but I know everybody else loves it. So anyway, just building out this bar now. It's kind of like, I don't know, you walk in and it's like the classic, like there's like a long, like literal bar, and it has like the area where people can sit. And I imagine like all like the liquor bottles and beer bottles or whatever is all in the back. Like, I know it's the base game, so we don't have like a tap or anything. But like, that's kind of what I pictured here. I don't think I keep this swatch for the bar, just because, I don't know, it didn't fit the vibe. Like, I think I end up using the like lowest level like bar option or counter option, and doing like a dark brown. And I think that looks a little bit better and a bit more like on par for the theme I'm wanting for this. Like, I guess this is kind of like a sports bar-ish. Not quite, though. Like, there's a bunch of TVs and stuff, but like, it's not a sports bar per se. But like, it's definitely more on that side than like, a club. Like, there isn't like dance floors and stuff in here. It's like a bunch of TVs, a bunch of, the stuff on the wall, and like decorations. So yeah, like the neon lights and stuff like that's kind of more the vibe than like a nightclub. Obviously, I've said that like 19 times at this point, but that's kind of the plan for this. You get like the actual bar up here, and then I put some more tables. There's 2 bathrooms here, I believe, and then I originally was just gonna have kind of like that straight rectangular shape for the bar, but I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't really take up as much space as I'd like, and it looks kind of awkward on the lot. So I decided to add like a patio porch situation, or a deck, not porch. And I added some like outdoor seating later on, you'll see. It doesn't come till a little bit later in the video, but just kind of giving you the game plan for what's going on. But that's kind of the plan. I do a lot of just like moving things around and kind of reshaping of the build, just because that's just how it goes. But yeah, I just wanted to get it kind of shaped the way I wanted it to, because like it's super long, so it's kind of awkward to fit some of the things in here, like especially like the kitchen part, or like the galley, or whatever you want to call it, just because like it's so tight and narrow. So I don't know, I was messing with that quite a bit, but as you can see here. But anyway, I'm adding in some tables right now, just because, I don't know, every bar I've ever gone to that's kind of like this, they have a bunch of tables everywhere, and then they have like that main bar, and then that's kind of it. And then if they have outdoor seating, there's a sliding door, you can go out there. So that's kind of what I do here. I don't know where you guys are from, but these are like my favorite type of places to get like, I don't know, I love bar food. So like, I don't know, cheese curds, onion rings, burgers, wings, that sort of thing. Absolutely love it. But my body does not, but it's okay. I suffer through the pain of lactose intolerance and grease intolerance whenever I go to these places, just because they're usually so good. And like, if you're, partaking in activities there, they taste even better. So, yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite bar food? If you got a favorite bar food, comment down below. I'm sure there's so many people are going to be commenting their favorite bar food because I have so many subscribers. But anyway, I don't know. I go to a bar every week for trivia, and I don't know. That's like the highlight of my week most weeks because that's the only time I socialize. We go with another couple and just do trivia at the bar, and it's pretty fun. Like half the time I don't even drink or anything. I just I get like a Diet Coke or something and just sit there, or even just a water. But the food at the place we go to is very good. It's more like English-ish themed-ish, but like, I don't know. Like it has like bangers and mash and like fish and chips. So that's about the extent of their English food. But they have a lot of like good bar food like I was talking about. So yeah, I really enjoy doing that. I also really like doing trivia. I didn't get to do Scholastic Bowl or anything when I was younger, which I wish I did. But I don't know. I always like doing like Trivia Crack, if you guys remember that game, back in like what 2012-ish, 2013 when it was big. I feel like, at least in where I was from. But like I love that game. I would absolutely whip everyone at it because that's just how I roll. But love that game. I love doing like little quizzes online. Back in the day, there were like the trivia based one, like the history based quizzes. I love doing those. I don't know, that's like my favorite thing. I feel like this place like I'm building would have like their own trivia night potentially. Like that's kind of the vibe here. Like you could definitely do it here. It's a little bit more intimate than like, you know, doing something else. I don't know, but I don't know, if your local area has any sort of trivia night, I highly recommend. They're really fun to do. And like if you have like a group of friends that you don't know what to do, like in general, like you don't know what to do when you hang out, that's something to do. So, and it's at least like kind of competitive, like if you're playing, like if there's enough teams. So I don't know, if you're competitive and you want to hang out with your friends, that's something to do. So I highly recommend it. It's fun. But yeah, I don't know, right now I'm just trying to clutter up the place. Like I had the pride flag, I added a bunch of like the neon lights and stuff, trying to add in some posters, but I don't know, you'll see. I get it cluttered up enough, but it takes me a minute. But I kind of have the general layout for the main part of the bar figured out for the most part. But that's kind of it, honestly. It's just me kind of getting it all decorated up because there's just so much wall space because that's how I ended up. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a good week so far if you've made it this far into the video. I just got done with my first week back to work after like a short break for the holidays, and slowly but surely getting back into it. You know, I swear every time I take PTO, magically everyone and their mother needs help from me. I'm not even important at work remotely, but somehow, some way, somebody needs me at all times. It's fine, but also, just let me get back into the swing of things, please, before you bombard me with crap. I don't know. Anyone who works a job understands that. It's like, magically, everyone needs you when you go on PTO, and it's like, why couldn't you have done this like 2 weeks ago or something, or never's a better option, frankly. But yeah, getting back into the swing of that, attempting to stick to my New Year's resolutions. I'm doing the cliche one of wanting to lose weight and get healthy, but I'm actually going to try and do it this time because I have been having, this is probably TMI, but like way too much TMI, but like my stomach has been having a lot of issues, and I'm gonna try and pinpoint what exactly is making my stomach like just hate itself, or like what foods are doing that. So I'm kind of doing the basics currently and seeing like what triggers it after a couple of weeks, slowly introduce new foods and that kind of thing. I have my suspicions, and hopefully those suspicions are right, so I can just knock those out of my diet and be happier, like, internally. And also want to lose weight just because your girl isn't as thin as she'd like to be. So that's obviously a goal. It's always a goal because I've struggled with weight my entire life, but maybe this year I'll actually do it. I'm getting eloped in June at some point. So I'd like to be at least kind of thin for that, or at least like in a shape that I would consider, acceptable. That sounds terrible, but that's the truth. I'd like that to be at least like lose some weight by then, but we shall see. The one thing that I always struggle with when I try to lose weight or like get healthy or whatever you're gonna call it is just like the variety of foods and finding meals that I actually enjoy, and like having variety in what I eat, because a lot of time you get kind of like pinpointed or whatever, pigeonholed into eating like specific foods, and it's just kind of hard to make them into like meals, and like I don't know. But like luckily I've been using TikTok and YouTube and finding different recipes and stuff like on my For You page or whatever you want to call it on YouTube, and that's been helping a little bit, like finding alternatives for things. But so far so good. I haven't cheated much. I mean, we got dinner with a friend on Sunday, but even then I ate decent. I didn't get what I would have normally got at that place, so I'm doing okay. I'm doing better than old me would have done, or me 2 weeks ago would have done, because me 2 weeks ago was feasting. But yeah, if you guys have New Year's resolutions, hopefully they are, going well so far, or hopefully they work out for you. That'd be nice. It's what everybody hopes for. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've been doing this week that would be relevant to talk about, but I'm kind of drawing a blank. But yeah, right now I am starting on the like deck area, I guess, deck seating, outdoor seating. I added those fans in just because, like, I don't know, I'm not from the South, but like every time I go to like a southern restaurant, this is like what I kind of had in mind when I was building this, like they always have those like big fans up top, and it always is like super helpful when it's hot out, so I was like, I'll add those in, it's at least something different. So added those up top, and then I added like a parking lot type thing in the front. I don't think this turned out the way I wanted it to, but you know what, it turned out decent enough that you can tell it's a parking lot. But I had to go in around this part, like where the parking spaces are, and kind of figure out like a better layout for it, because it looks kind of wonky currently, or like kind of just like, a piece of asphalt and grass. So I go in and add some like gravelly texture. I don't use this exact one, I use a different one in a second, but go in and do that, and then I add some plants and stuff to kind of like fill out the area a bit better, just because right now it looks a little wonky. Yeah, here I'm adding in those like flowers. That's like honestly one of my favorite things to use in this game. Like I use that in like literally every build that requires like any sort of plants. So love that. But yeah, just kind of landscaping things out currently and making it look a bit more realistic, or just like less awkward looking, I guess. I don't know. Like especially for like community lots, I kind of struggle with the landscaping, because like I don't know, like some places just don't have landscaping out front. Like even if they are like a lot like this, they just choose not to. It's just like a gravel pit out front. But like, I don't know, it's The Sims. I want to make it look a little prettier, just because like, I don't know, people judge me on the gallery if I don't put landscaping. At least I think they will. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to download this, it'll be on the gallery. My gallery ID is The Threat of Joy. Obviously, it's the same as my channel, but yeah, it'll be on there. But this is my third community lot I think I've built for Newcrest so far. It's probably my favorite one, honestly. I liked how the gym turned out. It was kind of like a bit more like retro-y themed than I was planning, but I kind of like the way it looks. And I think right now it's like the most downloaded lot I have on the gallery, which I find very interesting, because I would have never thought that would be good on there. But yeah, she's doing pretty good on the gallery. And then I had the library. The library I have mixed feelings about. I think it turned out pretty good and it did what it needed to do, but I don't know. I need to give a library another swing at some point. Maybe if I rebuild like Oasis Springs or something, I can try and build a library again and make it a bit more, I don't know, there's just something kind of missing or something with it. I don't know. I'm being too judgmental of myself. It's like, it at least isn't like terrible. It's you can tell it's a library, at least on the inside. The outside kind of looks like a house on that one, but you know, it happens. It's fine. But yeah, kind of closing out the build here, just kind of putting in some terrain paint, fixing the lights. I'm gonna add in the bathrooms here. I made them gender neutral just because, like, why not? And like, I feel like at bars they are kind of like that sometimes, so whatever. I made it like that, and then finished up the kitchen over here. I added in a phone because, like, I imagine they get like to go order type things, and then like I want any excuse to use that phone from that one event, so that's fine with me. I can't remember what the events are called anymore, so I apologize. I say that like every video, but too many events. I like the free stuff, but too many events. Anyway, gonna take you into the build momentarily and show you the final product and how everything turned out. So I'll catch you in a second here. Okay, so here's the front. I use that kind of like worn out paint brick texture on the side of the building. I think that kind of fits the vibe. I use this cactus restaurant kind of look sign. I had the truck and car out here for the parking lot. Then we got the deck. I'll show you guys that in a second, but that's kind of the front. And if we go in, we've got the bar area over here, a ton of stools and some TVs. And then entry over here, we got some speakers. I imagine these are posters for the events or something, I don't know. And then got some big TVs, some tables, got some fans and that sort of thing. I added a jukebox because every bar has one, I feel like. And then you got the picture over here, got the flag up there. If we go behind the bar, we got like the kitchen or the galley, whatever you want to call it. And then, I don't know, there's 2 stoves, 2 sinks, fridge, kind of close quarters, but you know, it's fine. And we got the bathrooms over here. Very simple. They are bathrooms. But that's kind of that. And if we go back out here, we got the sliding doors that go out to the outdoor seating. And then there's some picnic tables for people to sit at. And I added a grill too, just because why not? And we've got like the back area where I guess like people would go for like their break. And then you get more trash cans and flowers. Then I add this ladder, and then you can technically go up here, but there is nothing up here, so that's kind of it for this build. If you're interested in downloading this slot, it's called Small Town Bar Base Game on the gallery, and it's under my gallery ID, which is The Threat of Joy. But feel free to download it. It's base game only, and anyone can download it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.